Hey everybody, welcome back. This is Mr. Eichly. We're doing 1.5 right now, example 2, and we're going to look at another way to find the greatest common factor. So that's the GCF of 12 and 56. So before we listed the factors. This time we're going to make a factor tree. So here we go. Make a factor tree for each number. Here's 12. You go 2 times 6. You could also have 3 times 4. And then 6, you break it down to 2 times 3. So now you got your 3 prime numbers here. 56, 8 times 7. Then you do 2 times 4 and 2 times 2. So now you got all your prime numbers here. So those are the factor trees for 12 and 56. And yours could look a little bit different, but the end result is always the same. So the prime factorization for each number for 12, 2 times 2 times 3. For 56, it's 2 times 2 times 2 times 7. And what we're going to do now is circle the common prime factors. So they both have a 2 here and they both have a 2 here. So we circled the common ones. Then you find the product of the common prime factors. Remember, product is multiplication, so you just take 2 times 2 equals 4. So the GCF of 12 and 56 is 4. And these notes are going to be very important because this stuff is hard to remember. So you can always use your notes. So remember that. You want to have these handy with the steps in place. So pause the video if you need to get those written down. Example number 2, find the GCF of 40 and 48 using prime factorization. So again, that's a factor tree.
First, make a factor
And
tree
here's
for
your
each
tutorial
number.
video.
One way to make a factor tree for 40 is as follows. 40 is equal to 5 times 8. 5 is prime, and 8 is composite, factoring into 2 times 4. 2 is prime, and 4 is composite, factoring into 2 times 2. So here is one way to make a factor tree for 40. One way to make a factor tree for 48 is as follows. 48 is equal to 6 times 8. 6 is composite, factoring into 2 times 3, where both 2 and 3 are prime. And again, 8 is composite,
Or 12
factoring
times
into 2
4.
times 4, where 2 is prime, and 4 is composite, factoring into 2 times 2.
Circle the prime numbers in red.
So here is one way to make a factor tree for 48. Next, use the factor trees to write the prime factorization of each number. From the factor tree for 40, the prime factorization of 40 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 5. And from the factor tree for 48, 48 is equal to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. Next, circle the common prime factors.
Just take those 4 numbers.
There are 3 common prime factors of 2. Next, find the product of the common prime factors, and this is the GCF. 2 times 2 times 2
So you want to have that
is
written
equal to 4
down.
times 2, which is equal to 8. So, the GCF of 40 and 48 is 8.
There you have it. I would have those pictures down and the steps from the last one down on your notes, and you can see my notes. You can take a look and make sure. So we're going to do on your own number 1 through 6. Okay, try those. Pause the video. 1, 2, 3, pause. Okay, now that you're back, in my notes, you can go look at those. I have all of these done with how to do them. So here's the answers. You can check your answers. If you didn't get those, take a look at my notes and see how I did it. And